Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Columbus Aviators. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Columbus Aviators. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
His game. Last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Webb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now it's Newton. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To the air again, Newton. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Newton now to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take... it all the way to the 2.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage...
And he's in! Touchdown, Browns! Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And a look now at the starting unit for the offense.
And everyone always tells me the fullback... is leaving the game, and then I say, hold it a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? 2-time Pro Bowler, maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
Looking deep downfield. And that is... incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, and that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown! Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Browns have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 31, Prescott. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a break.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Here go 46.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job,
play.
buddy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And the Browns first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw, Newton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
25 yards to pick up there and also a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, Prescott stripped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
We're going to 54. Right here.
Now Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Coming this way. Here we go.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Here we go, 47.
Hey, 58 is on shot. 58 to Mike.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
Prescott on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. PAT up and good by Rosas.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing out, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
58 to Mike.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On third down, it's Prescott. Looking long for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run. Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And that is no good. Oh, he hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On first down, Donnelly. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 3 buzz. 47. 58.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch the slant. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in. Switch gears. Hot something. Go, get out there. There we go, going to 53.
Defense, let's go.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Newton stepping up. He'll try and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be out to the 25-yard line. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
46.
Prescott to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott now. Open man is Michael Thomas. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right, and this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On second down now, it's Williams. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, Newton. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Donnelly, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll They'll try to throw now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Rosa's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully. Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They run it again with Chubb. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 7. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 26.
They'll try the left side. Donnelly. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime. Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all. Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish. You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here. And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game. See if they can do just that. Now Newton. This is where you learn it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So how about that for a momentum switch? We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead
right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Prescott to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Newton. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't... So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. First throw in overtime for Newton. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Newton. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. The shotgun snap for Newton. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Decision time now on fourth and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my number one play with my number one runner over my number one blocker to get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
27. 58, Mike. 26.
Now what can Prescott do in the OT? And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38.
Check 26. Check 26. Go to 53. Go. Get out there. Get 26.
They'll try the left side. Donnelly. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
53, Mike. Here we go, team. Then we're going to 53. 26.
On 2nd down, Donnelly. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
26.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 31-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in a very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for him? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.